Welcome to the Sports Zone. I'm Louis Montesi, and sitting alongside me are my co-hosts, Jonathan Barden, Crystal Rice, and back from a brief illness is Miss Hillary Hunt. Hillary, good to have you back.
Glad to be back. Thank you.
We missed you, definitely. Well, getting on to our first topic, Mississippi State got a big road win this weekend behind solid quarterback play. Let's find out if the Bulldogs can keep it going in this week's Mississippi State Corner.
Mississippi State got its first SEC victory Saturday with a 28-16 win over the Kentucky Wildcats. Chris Relf and Tyler Russell split time at quarterback, and the Bulldogs put up 398 yards of total offense. How big was this win for Mississippi State, and do you see Relf and Russell continuing to share the duties?
Well, Crystal, it was a huge win for Mississippi State. Not only was it the first SEC win of the season, it was also kept MSU's bowl hopes alive. I'm not sure if Mississippi State goes to a bowl game if they lose this game to Kentucky, because honestly, I still don't think that they'll get past Arkansas or Alabama. I think it's going to head into that crucial stretch, crucial game against Ole Miss on November 26th. That's going to determine whether or not MSU goes to a bowl game. Now, as far as the quarterback play goes, I think that you will see this continue as long as it continues to work. And this is pretty much what MSU fans have been screaming about. Do it this way, with Russell being the one that leads the team down the field, and then Relf being the one that punches it in once we get inside the 10, 5-yard line. So I like the way that it worked, and I think that it's going to keep on if we continue to see some success.
Yeah, it's good because it's going to be good for allowing us to mix things up a bit, much like the way that Coach Mullen did so when he was the offensive coordinator down at Florida, when he had a guy named Tim Tebow. Some of you remember him. But what I like about it is that it takes some of the pressure off of Tyler Russell. I mean, everyone's excited about Tyler Russell being the new starting quarterback for Mississippi State, but what it's going to do is take pressure off of him, because in Russell you have a guy that really hasn't quite hit his ceiling yet, still has a lot of room to grow, and I think that ultimately when Mississippi State needs a quarterback who's going to take them down the field at the very end of the game, they're going to go with Russell. And
you definitely saw that combination of quarterbacks, which we haven't seen all year, and it was definitely beneficial. But you can't forget about Fletcher Cox, who was the SEC D lineman of the week and set a record for getting it 3 weeks in a row, which is kind of a big deal. But Mississippi State plays 3 of its last 4 home games at home this season, starting this weekend with UT Martin for the homecoming game. Do you guys think that the Bulldogs can keep the success in their season?
Absolutely, because we're playing a UT Martin team. I know we try not to get too excited when we're playing teams that aren't even from the FBS, but this is a team in UT Martin that hasn't even played a game against an FBS opponent this year. They gave up 227 passing yards to Tennessee Tech and 200 passing yards to Southeast Missouri State. Now, I know I just said that our quarterback hasn't yet hit his ceiling, but you have to think that if they're giving up those kinds of yards to teams from the FCS, they're going to struggle against us with guys like Chad Bumpus. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Jonathan?
Well, I do agree, but I don't think this is a team that we need to overlook. Otherwise, I could see it ended up like a Jacksonville State, Ole Miss type of situation. UT Martin is a team that has lost 3 games by a combined 7 points, I believe, if my math is correct there. It's not a team to be taken lightly. Now, that being said, I still do see Mississippi State getting to 5-4 this weekend, but like I said previously, I think those next 2 games are going to cause some trouble after that.
And the same conference as Jacksonville State as well.
Absolutely.
Same conference.
And actually,
what about the improvement that our quarterbacks have been doing? I mean, Russell, he started off with 5 touchdowns, 67 attempts, and a 635 yards, but now he's doing an impeccable job. So I think we are doing improvement, but maybe we're not improving as fast as we would like to. So hopefully we can see the Bulldogs backs bounce and have a further game.
And like Jonathan said before the show, we were discussing UT Martin's play, and they're scoring really well. You know, you see how high their scores are going, 63-0 against, who was it, Union? So I don't think we should underestimate them, because we underestimated Louisiana Tech. So we'll see how it goes this weekend.
I will.
Well, when we come back, we'll take a look at a heartbreaking loss for Vanderbilt, and later we'll preview this weekend's clash of the SEC Titans in Tuscaloosa.